You're rocking with Calloway. I'll take you to Hollywood.
Now this cat that's coming in here right now, and I want to back this up because I want to make sure, well, we can't back it up too far because we've seen his feet. But I saw something on Facebook yesterday, Parnell. Did I see you naked in the mirror
Yes,
with your husband?
Naked in the mirror with my husband.
Is that him over there?
That's my husband. Right.
You can't come in here. We ain't got enough room right here. You need to stay right over there. There's no room for you in here for this interview right now. It was just for the next 3 minutes. This is mine. For just 3 minutes, and I'll give them back to you. Just me, him, and them feet.
You are so funny. I love it.
Parnell.
Yes.
We're here at the historic Max Factor Theater Hollywood Museum for a very extraordinary event today, the 4th annual Real to Real LGBTQ presentation event.
Yeah.
What brings you here this evening?
Well, of course, as an openly gay actor.
You are?
Yes. You didn't know that?
You gay?
You didn't know that. She was talking about my husband. And of course, playing an openly gay character on Greenleaf is like, well, I gotta be here when we're at an event that's actually celebrating that and talking about the real people and the people that we play, that are representing the community. And I have been so fortunate to a lot of people who have just been like, oh my God, thank you so much for portraying the community in such a positive and affirming light. And I'm like, well, ain't no going back now. I really got to stand up and stand out in truth and just like, here I am, and there's my husband, and sometimes we're naked somewhere and we put pictures on Instagram.
Yo, I was like, now here's the funny part. I was in the computer trying to see if I could see around the shadow part of it. I was just looking at that. Now I have a question. Did you ever hide? Were you ever not letting anyone, I don't want to say the down low, but were you ever hitting your
closet? Yes, years ago. I mean, I think, we all were at a point, but I think when I was my first year of college, I came out to a friend of mine, and he was kind of like, well, I think I might like guys. And she was like, well, have you ever tried? And I was like, well, yeah. I said, oh, honey, I don't care. And I was like, oh, okay. And from that point on, it was just kind of like, well, let me just live in my truth. And I mean, and this is for all the teenagers out there, because I was that teenage boy who was crying myself to sleep, praying to God to fix me and make me normal, and it didn't happen. Nothing ever changed. I kept waking up. I was scared to get baptized because I'm like, oh no, when you get baptized, you got to be perfect. You got to be this holier than thou Christian person. And they were on me for a year before I finally relented and said, okay, well, maybe that'll fix me. It didn't. And then I kind of realized, like, well, maybe this is just the way God intended me to be, and let me stop running and hiding from it and just live in my truth. And I started doing that, and it was like a weight being lifted off your shoulders once you admit that truth to yourself, and then once you start sharing it with people, and you share with friends, and you share with family, and you start sharing it with the community, and you start being welcome and embraced more than you are shunned and put down. And you're like, okay, and you gather strength from that, and then you reach back and grab the next person and the next person. I'm like, hey, it really is okay. It's the scary part is just making it through. Once you're out, nobody can hold that over you anymore. Now you're free to live your life and live in your truth, and it's like, so I can wear my wedding ring out there. It's amazing.
So why do you think there's such a stigma being homosexual and being African American? Coming from New York, and I've had people ask me, "Are you gay?" I'm like, "No, I'm not." I actually had someone stop a conversation with me when they found out I wasn't. They were like, "Are you family?" I'm like, "What? You a Calloway?" And they were like, "You're not family?" I'm like, and they literally stopped talking to me. Why is it such a stigma in our community?
Well, let's just face it. It really is about the whole religious thing. It's really the thing that starts with people just say, oh, you can, you mustn't, and you shouldn't. But the true fact of the matter is we have, and we always have been part of the fabric of humanity. And I think it's a hard road to hoe, because people really want to hold on to what the Bible says, and without really getting into, well, why does it say that? Who was saying it? What was their purpose of? It's because you look around the whole world, LGBTQ folks have always been a part of our lives. So you're like, well, why is it that we're following this one section, one little part of the world, these couple of books that say you can't be that, when everyone around the world is showing, well, that is part of who we are. I mean, when we talk about the LGBTQ history in Los Angeles, there were Native Americans that didn't have an issue with same gender expression or trans expression or whatever. It was just like, okay, that's just part of the fabric of our humanity, and these are your responsibilities, this is your role in the tribe. And it wasn't until that Eurocentric Christian background came and said, oh, you can't be that. And they're like, what do you mean we can't? We've always done that and it's never been a problem. Now you're telling us that that's wrong and it's not the thing to do and that we can't do that, and something that we've been practicing for generations. So now we're getting to the point now where people are just like going, you know what? We have to just open our hearts and our minds to the possibility that God can express himself, herself, itself in a myriad array of sexual expression, cultural expression, artistic expression, and who are we to say, no, you can't be that?
I'll play devil's advocate. You have these individuals out here who say, we don't need to know that you're gay. We don't need to know what's going on in your bedroom, you know. But what they need to understand is that the reason why gay marriage was so important was because when partners spend years with each other, and then they get into an situation and they can't get to the hospital, and then you can't make a decision for this individual who you've spent 20 years with, and then you have the family come in who doesn't have a relationship with you, and then saying how your care is going to be, but this person who's been slaying next to me and calling me husband for all of these years. So the importance of gay marriage. Now, how did you guys meet?
Oh, wow. Maybe 20, 23, 24 years ago.
24 years ago, we were working at the same job.
Yeah.
Wait, tell me to be 3 years. Yeah, 3. Oh, 12, okay. I was like, yeah. I'm like, I can't find a man here for 3 months. 3 years.
But we've been together for 7 years, married for 3.
Yeah.
And it just was one of the things you said something I wanted to get on it about the whole marriage equality, why that was so important. Because, you know, you're right when people are like, you're right, it is none of your business what happens in our bedroom. You're absolutely correct. But the fact of the matter is that the fact I love this person, you know, that is something that I should not have to hide or be ashamed of because other people have an issue. And, you know, I tell people all the time, you know, it's not my job to make you comfortable with my life or our life. You know, it's like all I can do is just live that openly and truthfully the best that we can. You know, so we've been building a life together and building a family together and building our jewelry line, Rabmar Designs. You got to get that plug in.
Okay, so where's mine? So where's mine? So I can wear it on the red carpet. What's up?
Well, you know I'm gonna see you, and I'm gonna make sure that we hook you up, because you know we connected on Facebook and everything.
Taking it in right now.
Right,
something especially just for you.
So this is my husband, Michael Rabb. He is the creative genius behind Rabmar Design. So he makes all the jewelry. We were very fortunate to present a necklace to Brandy at the Escape Puerto Rico event Memorial Day weekend. I hope you're feeling well, Brandy. We send you love. And
thank you so much.
You know, so it's nice to, like, just like any other married couple, that we have hopes and dreams, and we're building a business together, and hope to succeed. You know, that's all.
It has been a serious process, you know, for me, because I'm not the flag waving dude. I'm the one that's like, okay, is it cool? Can I? All right.
I saw you on Facebook.
That's because of him.
That's because of me.
You had a razor in your hand. You were looking in the mirror. He was looking at you. I saw it.
I had to do what I had to do. He just happened to bust in on me.
Right. I was like, okay, let's take this picture. Click.
So I have my last question. I just saw something, LGBTQI. I just got used to LGBTQ.
Right.
What is the I?
The I is the intersex community.
Intersex.
So I know there's always another alphabet being introduced, and I'm like, look, I'm not adding any more letters. I'm like, if you can't find yourself up in there, be mad at me, whatever. But it's like, we got lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, questioning, intersex, and two-spirited.
Yeah, all that. It's like, that's everybody.
Same gender loving.
It doesn't make any sense. You can't put a human being in a box. You can't put a I'll just leave it right there. It doesn't make much sense to me, but
Gentlemen, thank you, congratulations, and am I invited to the wedding anniversary party?
You know, yeah, because I
I know you first on the list.
Right.
I got you.
Because I'm coming to get, look, I got you because I'm coming for my necklace. Because normally I would be taking this off of your neck right now, but I'm not trying to fight you.
You know what?
Uh-oh.
She done
Wait,
did it.
uh-oh.
She done challenged me.
Don't challenge me. Sit out the way. Excuse us. Excuse us. No, because we got to do. We got to do this on. We got to do this on camera.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. The lady, I got you.
We got to treat you like a lady.
Treat me like a lady. I want to thank Parnell once again from Greenleaf for doing his thing. His amazing husband, and now I'm getting. And now tell me the jewelry again. Oh yeah.
Necklace by Rabmar Design.
Rabmar Design. I said it. Okay.